nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two. Are you ready?
Oh boy, we are back with another Hard Way Wrestling. It is Monday. And
Monday.
honestly, I'm so sick of looking at you two. But we are back again. What's up, boys?
Well, you haven't seen me in a couple of days, and I haven't been on the show in a little while.
But
So
I saw your face all day. We saw, and Ricky can attest to this. We saw Scotty running.
Yes. It wasn't very fast, but it was fast enough that would have moved my little ass over easily.
Well, from one building to the other, it was a downhill grade, and he got there really fast, and then coming back, not so fast.
Not so
fast.
And if anybody doesn't know what we were talking about the toy show, ladies and gentlemen. We Maryland Toy Expo 2023. We had a phenomenal time, and we will be talking about it a little later in the show. So,
but first, we're going to talk about Forbidden Door. Scotty, Forbidden Door is sold out.
Yeah, crazy to think about, isn't it? Forbidden Door sold out. Toronto, Canada. I'm actually very impressed that they were able to do this. Toronto, great city for wrestling and stuff like that, but with some of the stuff that's been going on in recent weeks, I was kind of wondering, could they do it? I knew like Wembley was going to be fine, and anything that they run over in Europe was going to be a good turnout, but I was wondering, could they get the Canadian stuff? But as always, as there is with most things in life, there is a flip side to this thing that nobody's really talking about right now.
Now, wait a minute. Before you get into the flip side, the best part of AEW here lately has been when they brought in some of these New Japan guys. Their ratings have been higher, so we're seeing some better talent, some hard-hitting talent, different talent, right? It's not the same John
Absolutely.
Moxley versus Orange Cassidy or Orange Cassidy. It's not the same guys. It's new guys. And New Japan in Toronto in Canada, honestly, has always been great. Ricky?
I am not as much of a New Japan aficionado, so I will take your word for that. But I mean, again, like New Japan, it's an interesting cross promotion with Forbidden Door. AEW and New Japan doing Forbidden Door together. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, new talent, interesting. The only thing I will say about AEW that I'm not necessarily always a big fan of with their bringing in different talent is they never really explain who these guys are. And and again, for someone like me that doesn't follow New Japan all the time, or for the most part, really at all, I would like a little more kind of background building up, like knowing who these guys are and knowing what their history is over there to kind of know why these feuds should matter over here.
Well, this is typical AEW. They don't build anything. They just throw it against the wall. Hey, it sticks. Let's go with it, right? I mean, that's kind of just what they do. Honestly,
you can get on your 2005 version iPhone and Google the info on these guys.
I really don't have that much time, dude. I have other things like a life job and other things that I would like to be doing.
Scotty's got a life, so that's But no, honestly, this is what AEW kind of does. They throw shit, they stick it to the wall, they see what's good. I honestly think that they should do this Forbidden Door thing every Friday. If they're gonna keep Rampage around, then that's what I think we need to see. It's an hour show, right?
Yeah,
right? It's an hour show. Wouldn't you like to see to see at least 2 or 3 matches? Maybe bring Okada in versus whoever, or bring in. And I don't know all their names. Forgive me. I'm not a huge New Japan guy. But if you bring some of these harder hitting guys, who's the guy that got into a chop contest with Eddie Kingston? You know what I'm talking about?
the old Fabergé egg guy.
Yeah.
Do you,
Jesus
you know what I'm
Christ,
talking
that
about,
was
right?
Crazy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I can see the face. I just can't
Yeah.
think of the name. But
Yeah, I mean, bringing him in versus Kingston, or bringing him in versus anybody. Honestly, bring some of these New Japan in guys. If you're going to do something different, I mean, you got Dynamite. Dynamite seems to be doing
There's
okay.
Jericho too. And Austin.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the same guy who faced Jericho and bust
Yeah.
his chest open chopping.
If you're gonna do this, if you're gonna save Dynamite, you're gonna keep Dynamite on for whatever reason. Not Dynamite, Rampage. Dynamite seems to be their best show right now. We've yet to be seen for their Saturday show. Let's just run special stuff on Fridays. Get people interested. Get people interested.
Well, and in order to do that, Saturday's Collision.
Right?
But in order to get people interested, like we've had this discussion before, they need to move that time slot because you're fighting sleep on a Friday night. You know, you've been working all day. So maybe you've gone out and done a little evening partying, went out to dinner or something like that, had a few drinks. You come home, you turn on Rampage at 10 o'clock, 10 to 11. By that point, you're just like, you know what? I'm ready to go to bed. Screw this. And if you're one of those people that stays home and you just watch SmackDown 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 11 you watch Rampage, it's like, I've already seen wrestling for the day. So if they want to do something, I agree, Jason, it would be a cool idea to do that, but they need to move that time slot up. They kind of need to go, and if they're going to do the Forbidden Door weekly, that might be a good way to put them head to head with SmackDown in the first hour, 8 to 9 o'clock.
Sure.
And that way it
Just do it 7 to 8
yeah, but
o'clock.
not many people are sitting down to that to do TV at 7 o'clock at night. That's still when a lot of the people are kind of finishing up their daily routine.
They're watching Jeopardy.
They're watching, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Jeopardy
I'm
or
missing
for
Jeopardy.
children.
Yeah.
I'm missing Jeopardy for Sammy Guevara.
But
So
no,
you listen to Jim Cornette today. You listen to Jim Cornette today, and again, we've discussed. We haven't really got into Jim Cornette. I was always a big Jim Cornette fan, but I don't kind of agree with some of his stuff he has today. He's got some good points, and in some of them he's very curmudgeon-y. But Scotty is a lifelong Jim Cornette believer, and
Colton Court right here.
yeah.
So.
And what did you hear today on the? Was it the drive? What was it?
The drive-through, yeah.
Drive-through, gotcha.
So, Cornette and Last, Jim's co-host, brought up a very interesting point about. So going back to Forbidden Door and talking about the ticket sales specifically. Again, Forbidden Door sold out. That's great, but the flip side of this is. Look at the ticket. So what they're doing, what AEW is doing right now is with a lot of their shows, they are spending almost a week in the same city or same area. For example, Chicago, there's going to be the Dynamite. There's going to be the Rampage. Then there's going to be Collision, literally boom, 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 all the same week. Yep. Toronto, right before Forbidden Door, there is, I believe, it's going to be, if I remember correctly, it's going to be Dynamite and Rampage taping together, and then Collision before Forbidden Door. Boom.
That's the other problem. That's the other problem with Dynamite and Rampage is they tape Rampage all the time now, so the people that actually stay at the arena and watch it know what happens, or you can just get the results
exactly.
online.
But then.
So,
no, wait a
right
minute. You're saying Collision is going to be that Saturday night, and then the wrestling show, then the Forbidden Door on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
and then on top of that, I believe it's Hamilton, Ontario, the next week, which is a 50-mile drive from Toronto. So all the people that are 50 miles isn't that far. For people who want to see wrestling, and I'm sure any of those Hamilton people have already bought tickets to Forbidden Door, but in Hamilton, the next week, or like later that next week is going to be Dynamite and Rampage itself, going into then Collision in Regina the following week. Like,
Giggity.
so, but think about it this way, and they're like, what do they think is going to happen to these ticket sales, especially when you're putting a pay-per-view in the middle of all this? Why, like, you know, because all the rage online right now has been ticket sales. Why isn't Collision's ticket sales going up? Because they got Punk. Well, again, like, you know, people have been fast to blame. Oh, well, you know, because people don't like Punk, and no, like, the whole other, you know, issue that nobody's looking at is the fact that they're doing everything back to back all the way through. And it's like, how much money do these people have? And if you look at some of the ticket prices, because Ticketmaster has a very limited number of tickets available, and I should say had, for Forbidden Door, and same thing with these other shows as well. So somebody, major league scalpers from another site, are buying up all the Ticketmaster tickets, doubling or tripling the prices. And like some of the, like, the first ring, not the floor seats, but the first tier, the first ring in some of these arenas in Canada are going for anywhere from $200 to $500 Canadian, of course, but $200 to $500. And
Does that come with maple syrup and Molson?
Hey, do me,
no, it comes with a bunch of penguin patties. Is what it comes with.
Scotty, do me a favor. Oh, there you are. Okay, now you're back.
Nice.
You've been choppy. You've been in and out there, so you're good. You're good right now. I was gonna have you log out, log back in, but either way, no, I agree. I mean, generally people have less money now than they've had in the last 2 years. So, and all right, so we'll talk about this toy show thing here in a little bit, but you're nickeling and diming your fans. It used to be there was a pay-per-view, and maybe I'm confused. I've never been to an actual pay-per-view, and I don't know what it entails all week long. But I know WrestleMania weekend is, and now it's 2 nights of WrestleMania. But you have your Friday show, your Hall of Fame, your SmackDown, which sometimes is pre-taped. You have your Hall of Fame, WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, Fan Fest. All these pay-per-views now, especially AEW, every time there's a pay-per-view, there's a Fan Fest, and there's all these things all weekend long, and it's huge. It's like a WrestleMania once or twice a month, and you're really nickel and diming your fans. On top of that, you're wearing them out. You're wearing them out. You're wearing them out. You're wearing them out Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're just wearing them out. It's a good thing they don't have wrestling again till Wednesday, because Monday's most likely Monday would be in the fucking shitter.
But think about this as well, Jason. The other issue is that's a WrestleMania. Like, they don't do that. Like WWE doesn't do that for every pay-per-view. The only two they probably really do it for are SummerSlam and WrestleMania, the two biggest.
Correct.
They don't do it for a Royal Rumble. They don't do it for a Survivor Series. They don't do it for, what used to be King of the Ring, but like, they don't do it for the rest of their pay-per-views. It's just a one-night extravaganza pay-per-view, and that's it.
But AEW does.
AEW
does. Even and I don't know how this is for WWE. I've never really looked into it. But when you go to a regular AEW show on a Wednesday, Ricky, what do they have Wednesday 2 hours or 3 hours before the show, the actual show?
They have their dark elevation taping, their YouTube show. They had meet and greets there.
Right, exactly. It's an all day thing. If you go to an AEW show, and maybe it will change here. You're sitting through Dark, you're sitting through Elevation, you're sitting through Dynamite, you're sitting through Rampage. If you show up early, you might sit through Andrade smacking the shit out of somebody. Like, it's an all day thing with AEW. They make almost
outside of
every
the arena.
yeah outside the arena. And they make all these events, these special, these they just wear you out. Like it's again, we've talked about things not being
That was the
special.
last time I went to a AEW show.
Yeah, there was
That was
that
the
whole thing
last
with
time I went
Andrade.
to the show in DC. We're coming out of the parking deck that was right. We were walking to the arena, and Andrade's getting escorted out of the arena by security after him and Sammy Guevara had gotten
No,
into it backstage. And I got a picture of Andrade putting his gear in the back of his SUV.
nice.
Again, nothing. It's
Yeah.
not special. Like we've talked about, things need to be special. Using a chair, bleeding needs to be special. It happens too much, and it's the same thing with when you do these fan fests and these product reveals before each show, that kind of stuff. Like it's not special. So, and that's why people kind of tune in. They tune out, not tune in. They tune out. They get sick of it, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
that
mean,
being
our
said,
running
we
joke
will be
is
watching
like an
Forbidden Door.
over-under of how long will it take John Moxley to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But no, like, but yeah, it's something interesting to think about is just the fact, like you said, they're nickel and diming their audience to death. And, you know, like they want Collision to succeed. I'm assuming Tony does anyways. He wants Collision to succeed. So, you know, like you said, keep it specials, but yet they're doing this all back to back to back to back. And it's not, you know, they're like they're gonna kill their audience so quickly. Like who knows? Like if somebody buys for like Forbidden Door, for example, in Toronto, if they buy tickets to Forbidden Door, and because not only is I neglected to mention this earlier, the Dynamite and Rampage tapings plus Collision, or no, Collision's not in the Toronto one, but it's Dynamite and Rampage before Forbidden Door are all at a different arena that's than Forbidden Door. So it's two different arenas. So even if somebody buys a ticket to Dynamite, buys a ticket to Rampage and Forbidden Door, holy cow, like, you know, do you really want these shows to succeed, or do you want like, especially the build up to Forbidden Door that week? You know, it's one of those things. It's like, come on, like, why are you like destroying the family? Like the arenas are going to look like crap Wednesday and Friday and look huge on Sunday. So, you know,
Gotta
I
get
don't
that
know.
money. That money,
Yeah.
money. All right. So that being said, we're still gonna watch Forbidden Door.
Oh,
Because, because we have a fantasy wrestling championship relying on it, most likely. So, all right, moving on. There's other wrestling news, and we talk about wrestling all the time. But today we are going to talk about what we got at the Maryland Toy Expo. If you have not seen it yet, please go to our go to our YouTube page. If you're on Facebook, go to our Facebook page and find the link. We did a little vlog. It's about 15 minutes long. We shot some video, made fun of each other, mostly made fun of Scott. And actually, I
There
wish
was
I
one
would have got.
section of the video where you got the camera upside down.
Well, that was because I was holding it to see we had to see Georgie Animal Steel's crotch. So
Yeah.
you had to check out the crotch. So that video, I was like, yeah, fuck it, just leave it in. Anyway, I wish we would have been recording for the diabetes comments. Like there was a lot of good conversation, a lot of good goofing on each other. And then Scotty being an asshole picking up toys that I can't buy. So, but yeah, Maryland Toy Expo.
Hold on. First of all, though, because that was your first time at that one, Jason,
That
right?
was my first time.
Yeah.
I broke my cherry.
Yeah. So both of you, like,
No, wait a minute. Ricky's first time too. We did it.
Yeah.
It was a threesome.
It was. But I've been to this several times. I've actually been to this before it was Maryland Toy Expo, back when it was in Pasadena, Maryland, in a smaller building, less vendors. It was Wyatt and I found it during the pandemic, and we've kind of been following it ever since. And when Christian, the one of the co-founders of the thing, said, "Hey, we're He told me a couple years ago, "Hey, we're moving to the Maryland Fairgrounds," and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great." And last year they ran again 2 events. There's always one in June, and then one coming up in November. So anybody that didn't get a chance to check it out this time around in June, please check it out in November. It's gonna be another great time. 2 buildings this time around.
I will be going back in November. Most likely,
Yep.
it's going to be the same people or the same vendors.
Road
Maybe it'll be
trip.
something different. But I'm sure that we missed a ton of stuff. Scotty went back.
Scotty knows
Scotty,
everybody
it
in
was
there.
like a buffet to Scotty. He went back 3, 4, 5 times to make sure he got to see what he.
I circled that second building. I circled twice, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And then I went back after you guys left. I went back to the first building and made another loop just to see what I could catch up with and talk to some people. And so yeah, like.
Did you get any video?
Huh?
Did you get any more video?
No, what I sent you is what I got. So I should have just been filming the whole damn time, and I didn't.
Unbelievable.
I was so concentrated on looking for stuff that my head wasn't in the
He was
game.
looking for more
This
G.I.
next-
Joe stuff to one up you on.
Good
Yeah.
luck. We'll get there.
In November, I plan to do better. I plan to actually be like vlogging almost the whole time. So
I will not. I will make sure that I do not have an event that I need to get to later on that evening, and we will make sure that we spend every waking moment at this toy show. But honestly, it was. I've been to a few some big toy shows. Not that many, not like Scotty has, but I went to the Carlisle toy show. I thought that was pretty amazing. I think I would put, even though the Carlisle one was in one building, I would almost put Carlisle above this one.
Really?
Yeah, I really thought there was a lot of different things in Carlisle than there was here in Maryland. Because honestly, some of the smaller toy shows I've been to, it's a lot of these same guys, right? You run into the same people all the time. And I'm not saying Maryland, this toy expo here in Maryland was trash. It wasn't. There was a lot of cool shit. And if I didn't have a mortgage coming up at the end of the month, it might have got really bad. So we all picked up a bunch of things here at the Toy Expo. We all had a good time. Again, we were really it was fun. It was a good time, and I appreciate you inviting us, Scott. This is right in Scott's wheelhouse because he's a. All right, so we're gonna reverse here. We'll go backwards a little bit. So I met Scott. How long has it been now? 2 years, Scott?
No, about 3.
Jesus Christ, it's been 3 years. I have a
My
limit
work-
on. I have a limit on people that I talk to after 2 years. So your time might be coming up, but
you know what? Then the podcast is over. We're done.
yeah, we're done. We already lost Wyatt for some reason. I have no idea. Wyatt's in the no man's zone. So, I get 3 years ago, Scott. I don't even know how we got talking. We got talking in a Walmart. I work for a chip company, and Scotty works. I don't even know what the fuck Scotty does. Just walk around. But
no, and I agree. I don't know how we got talking about it. I think I had said something to somebody else about wrestling or something like that, and you were nearby and perked up, and then it was all a downhill spiral.
What's that? What's that, Ricky?
Eavesdropping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. But
So,
we got talking about toys. We got talking about like G.I. Joe, and I was like, you know what, and wrestling and all kinds of stuff. So I was like, I need a new hobby. I haven't bought toys since I was. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought toys. I can tell you now.
Yeah.
And I started out buying some wrestling stuff here and there, a couple figures. I had about 5 or 6. Then AEW came out, and I bought the first run of AEW. Actually, the first run, except for Brandy, because I couldn't get Brandy. Right, Brandy was the one. I've since then gotten Brandy.
Yeah.
Like most of the people in wrestling, we've all gotten Brandy by now. And then my collection has just grown, and we talked about G.I. Joe, so these things called classifieds were out. They're 6-inch, right, Scotty?
Yep.
Yep. I don't even know how you know what 6 inches looks like, but Scotty said they're 6-inch. They're 6-inch. They're 6-inch GI Joes.
because it sticks out past my gut. So
You-
my poor, and I
you
got
got a
another dude.
dicky do. Look at Ricky's face is red. So I was like, you know what? And it was pretty
Oh.
early in the run in classifieds. I think there was only like 12 maybe out at the time.
Mhm.
Wasn't a
12 or
lot. Wasn't a lot. So I was like, you know what? This would be something. And this is the problem with toy stuff. You're like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just start collecting this, and I'm a little behind, but it won't take long to catch up. And then you see something there, so you go, oh, I can do that. I can catch up. There's only a couple behind. And next thing you know, you have classifieds, Funkos, AEW, all Ultimates, fucking micro brawlers. Oh, hey, I used to play with Remco toys when I was younger. Boom, Remco toys. So next thing you know, you have a toy room full of stuff that belts, posters, pictures. I know there's a Sting
You're
vibrator
just
around
getting
here.
you're just getting your
So
you're just getting your future toy store, toy expo stand ready for when you
Yeah,
sell all the
exactly.
shit.
there's easily $50,000 or $60,000 worth of toys in this room right now.
Yep.
Easily, and going up in value with a good bit of them. So that's how it started. Scotty got me about 3 years ago, and then for a couple months I was saying, giving Scotty the finger all the time about. Thanks a lot, Scotty. Scotty, guess what I did? Guess what I bought today? Like every fucking week it was something different. Like I bought this, I bought that. Here, Scotty's buying absolutely nothing because now Scotty's at the point in his toy buying career that he's very picky. Like he's picky. I'll get there, maybe. I don't know. But I've since then learned my lesson about a bunch of different things. I've overpaid for things that I probably shouldn't have, and I've gotten lucky and underpaid for some stuff. But that journey has begun for Ricky.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the one thing that was very sad about this trip to the Toy Expo was seeing all the shit that I used to have growing up and all the shit that I got rid of over the like when I was basically out of that phase as a kid and seeing how much fucking money it's worth now.
Yep.
God damn it. All those Ninja Turtles I gave up when I was a kid, wrestling figures.
But listen, Ricky. Listen, lean in. I'm gonna tell you because it's just us three. You can start that toy collection over again.
Exactly.
You can get all that.
A little bit.
Scotty had a great question in the video. If you guys haven't seen the video, I've already said it. Go to our YouTube page and click it and take a look. Scotty had a great question. Ricky, what did you used to play with when you were younger? Right, besides yourself. And I don't know how that didn't come up, but besides yourself,
Well,
he said Ninja Turtles, Scotty, didn't he? He said Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And Scotty looked like Carl Lewis running laps around my car. Well, he couldn't because he was stuck between my car and his car and then another motorcycle or whatever. But like Scotty's face got big because he's like, you when somebody gets into the toy thing and they realize what they used to have a long time ago, and it's this feeling. And you bought 0 Ninja Turtles. 0.
I have a few wrestling figures. I was gonna get something that was wrestling figure. That's what I got.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna show off a little bit here. We're
Yeah,
gonna
right
go.
here,
We're
we
going
got
with
the-
Ricky first. Ricky got the ThunderSlam WCW Wrestling Outsiders. Now
Nice.
it says
Hall and Nash.
try
I
me.
don't think that. No, I think
Does
that's
it
dead.
work?
It was only $10. I said the hell with it. This will work. But I
So-
mean, besides,
What year was
Besides
that?
that,
What year was that, by the way?
oh fuck.
Scotty, have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I've seen them before. I
Okay.
think it was like 97 to 98, somewhere in there, I think.
It says 2000 on the back.
Oh, even later than I thought.
Yeah, 2000 World
wow.
Championship Wrestling.
Dude.
Yeah, 'cause they're wearing the red and black. That's the Wolfpack stuff there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that didn't happen until like 98, 99. So
Was it?
yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they were. Oh yeah, they were there to what 2001.
Yeah, 2001 is when WCW officially closed down. So yeah, so that's
Well,
what.
shit, I can just show everybody the rest of my toys that I got right here.
Oh, let's do
that I
that.
already had.
Wait a minute. Blow the dust off of Orange Cassidy. There's a
Yeah.
ton of dust at the top of there.
Yeah. See, I got Orange that my buddy Ham got for me, and the Painmaker that I got at a Dynamite. That was at Baltimore.
Do you have those, Scotty? Do you have those?
No,
I know you're a big Orange Cassidy fan.
one AEW figure yet.
Really?
And of course, the autographed Danhausen.
There you go.
So those heels, if I was just actually looking at those heels and faces, a lot of them are sold out. We got ripped off. We paid
Probably.
$65 for those that heel and face because I actually got the exact same one with Danhausen's signature on it. They're going for $45 on their website. A lot of them are sold out. You can't even get them right now, or maybe not even ever at all. It's it is from, shoot, what is that guy's name? It is from Zombie Sailor. That's what it is. And they have actually those heels and face are pretty cool. They got Cardona and Hawkins. There is, let me bring this back up here. Dino Bravo. There's Earl Hebner, Sabu, Sabu Chase. I mean, they're actually good, cute. They look like
90s,
Say it again.
Damn cat.
90s Hasbro.
Yes, thank you. They look like the Hasbro figures. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
If he didn't sign this one, I'm actually. There's not. Here we go. There's not a lot of these out, Scotty. I think I'm gonna try to collect them. There's a Raven. There's a Brody, Bruiser Brody. There's a Bundy. There's two Andres, Kevin Sullivan, Jeff Jarrett. I mean, there's some really cool guys on here.
Wow.
Packaging's
Yeah,
really cool. Packaging's really stiff. Vacuum sealed. Not really vacuum sealed, but like sealed to the figure.
Yeah, it's
King Kong Scotty.
Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. We get Scotty to shave his head, we'd be good to go.
I would say only if you do it first, but you already did.
Yeah,
So.
nature shaved my head, my friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
All right,
mine's not too far behind.
here's a little picture of Ricky with Danhausen. You guys can't see this; you'll see this later. But here's a little picture with Ricky and Danhausen. They kind of look alike, honestly. They really kind of look alike. Here is a picture of. Is this me? Yeah, this is me with Danhausen. I look like I'm crapping my pants, but I'm with Danhausen. Super nice guy, right?
Yeah.
Super nice guy. Winter.
I was disappointed he didn't do the voice, but I thought about it. I was like, oh, he would fry his vocal cords.
Well,
if
he
had
did do the voice at Ricky because Ricky did the voice at him. Ricky Hausen.
Saying hello.
So, but yeah, we all got pictures with. Let me see. Here's. Oh, nope, that's not it. Here's. Nope, that's not it either. Where is?
don't put your dick pics up on there.
I'm trying not to. There's Scotty and Ethan Page. Ethan Page was there also. His line was substantially shorter. Scotty said, "I'm gonna run to the ATM." Of course, we're laughing. He said, "I'm going to the ATM. Can you just wait in line there for us?" By the time Scotty got out the front door, we'd already been in we were already through the line.
Yeah.
So here's a picture of Scotty when he came back from the second building. This is kind of what slowed him down. He ran into some cheeseburgers. So you'll see that one later, Scotty. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I
don't.
don't.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So that was Ricky's toy show. Ricky, what did you think of your first toy? That was your first toy show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I can remember, but yeah, that was definitely fun. Again, it was very sad to see all the money that I could have had I kept all of my old turtle figures and stuff. But at the same time, just seeing all that stuff was just it was amazing.
Yeah, there was a
Like
lot
to see
of
that
lot of
stuff
older
is still
toys.
out there.
Yeah.
Ricky, I'm going to hit you with something. I'll have to show it to you after the
Uh-oh.
stream because I have it. But Super 7 has put out a turtle line that you will absolutely freaking love.
I tell
They-
you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I have a Super 7
I'm not
turtle.
getting back into
I-
these damn things.
Really?
I would collect wrestling figures if anything. Just-
Okay,
I
I
already
have a
got
super.
few, so
I have a
that's-
couple Super 7. I have a Foot Soldier, and I have which damn it, Scotty almost got me sucked into the Super 7. I think I have two. I think I have a Raph up there too, but I have two Turtle Super 7s, and I just once I saw the amount of Super 7s that were out for Turtles, I was out on the line. And by the way, supposedly Super 7 did not have the authorization to make Turtles, so. I was
Oh,
yeah, I was out on those. There's a shit ton of turtles, and yeah, that's okay.
But-
Anyway, so that was Ricky's. Ricky had a good time. So
Yeah, I'm
Scotty,
definitely looking forward to going back in November for the next show.
we are definitely going to go back in
Get back
November.
there.
and we will also, I'm assuming, if we can find the time, be hitting Carlisle, the Carlisle
Yeah,
show. 'Cause-
Carlisle's good too.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
Carlisle, good stuff. So
July, right? Wasn't that July?
yeah, it's, yeah, July.
Yeah.
Yep, late July. So save the date for Carlisle,
Yeah,
but
hopefully it runs in line with a wrestling event, and we can come over and get hammered. So. All right, so Scotty, let's see what you got from the Toy Expo.
so yes, I got quite a few things from the Toy Expo.
They are floating
first-
above the camera. What the? Oh, okay.
First up is a Wolverine. It's so basically it's designed. The box is designed to look like an old VHS cassette, but these figures are true to the animated series of X-Men, which is one of my favorites. I don't know if you can see on the back, but that's what the Wolverine looks like.
That's the
Phen-
that is the Wolverine that I know.
Yes, exactly. I had two of them growing up as a kid. I had like the old brown suit and then this version. The toy I had as a kid that was this version, I didn't like as much because the claws were spring loaded, but they didn't spring right. The brown suit version had claws that literally could retract and you would clip in. So he either had fists or he had his fist with his claws. It was either way. It was a great figure. But this is the figure I loved as a like the suit I loved as a kid that just looked good. It was a great look. So I wanted to pick this up. And I am now going to probably be picking up the rest of the collection because there's Storm, Jubilee,
X.
Mr. Sister, a whole bunch of them out there right now. So I'm definitely going to be picking that up.
Awesome.
The next booth that I went to had, let me take that off because I don't want people seeing that, but had G.I. Joe
Uh-oh.
series we were talking about. The Blue Ninjas. It's a 2-pack I didn't have, so I was like, what the heck? I'll get that. Before we get to the really big one, I decided to pick up something else as well. I did take this out of the package and only paid $5 for it, but it is Green Lantern from a series they call Total Justice. They all came with specialized armor. I have behind me, I have the Flash in his full suit of armor. So I picked this up for about $5. I figured, I had him as a kid, but the armor got chewed up by my dogs. So I wanted to get Green Lantern back in his full armor. So Green Lantern Total Justice. Paid $5 for this. Really cool figure. But drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. The pickup of yay! Dr. Mindbender.
God dang it, Scotty.
And this is one that Jason and I are been feuding over. So a month or two back, I was able to pick up an exclusive Serpentor before Jason was able to pick it up. I was one up on him. Jason then has recently picked up his own. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, right on screen. But the goal for both of us at the toy show this weekend was to pick up a Dr. Mindbender. And I just
What did Scotty do? What did Scotty do, Ricky?
I
You
always
gotta
got
come
flat.
running.
Yeah.
I almost ran Ricky into the ground. I literally was at a booth.
You
I'll
would have
tell
ran me into the next fucking building.
you.
You would have hit me.
Happened to look up, like I was looking at some stuff, and the gentleman had a bunch of Marvel cards that I was looking at, and I just happened to look up, and the booth behind this gentleman's booth had a whole bunch of classified stuff on it. I was like, ooh, so that was just my spidey senses were tingling, and I took off running as fast as I can.
You've got a good eye, Scotty.
Yeah, I got one good eye at least.
I don't know how he fucking saw it. It was to the north.
Yeah. No,
He's an
I'm
east-west
I remember
looker.
I can look one north.
when I saw him coming towards me saying, "Run!" I thought I saw my life flash before my eyes. Stuff gets steamrolled.
Get out the way.
But yeah,
No.
up and see. I was like, I didn't know what he had, but I was like, let me go over there and look before anybody else gets over there. And I even and again, I gave Jason a fair chance. I said, dude, come with me. And he just stayed where he was. I'm like, all right, I gave you a fair chance. So came over there, saw the Dr. Mindbender, and I was like, mine immediately. Not even hesitating, mine. So yeah,
And how much did you overpay for Mindbender?
120, which is actually not as bad as again.
That's not bad, but I will get it cheaper, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You'll probably wait a year to get it, but you'll get it cheaper. So, but yeah, no, that's my haul. And of course, after that, I had also picked up. This was something I picked up at Target later on, but that was not at the toy show. But this is a later day pickup.
Gotcha. So you never went back and got that Batman Beyond?
No,
wow, that is so disappointing. I really wanted you to show that. That was really cool.
And here's the thing: I went back and I looked at it, but here's the thing: I'm not as big of a fan of McFarlane stuff. I like Batman Beyond, and the case was freaking cool. And all the figures in it were really cool.
But they wanted 75 for it was
75
four figures.
Yeah.
Target exclusive.
No, five because it had the Build-A-Figure that came in all four of those packs. Again, good
I'm
deal.
not a Batman Beyond by any means, but I might have picked that shit up. I really thought, Scotty, your pants were around your ankles. You were so excited for this Batman Beyond.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was definitely.
Yeah.
Ricky,
Yeah,
did he have a chubby?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell over his belly, but he was real handsy feely with that Batman Beyond thing.
It hit me in the fucking leg. I thought it was winter. I was like, "What's up, honey?" I looked down. It was Scott's wiener. He was so pumped up over this Batman Beyond. I really, Scotty, I'm disappointed. I really thought we were going to see this today. I was set my chair to stun. I was going to spin around this bitch.
No, because again, my whole thing, and I have picked up McFarlane figures before, and again, while McFarlane does an okay job with those figures, there's just something about them that I'm not a big fan of. So I was like, while it's a good looking set and it was really cool, I'm just like, I could, I'd rather save my money for something that really, really, like, again, it piqued my curiosity, but it wasn't something that was like, oh my God, I have to have this. So yeah, no.
Well, that was a pretty good haul. That was a pretty good haul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you some stuff I got from the toy show, and I'm gonna show you some stuff I've picked up over the last week. So I have a little bit more. Plus a box that just came today. We're gonna bust this open on the video. So, all right, G.I. Joe Classified. So we talked about the Classifieds earlier. Scotty and I collect them. I'm missing 6 G.I. Joes now, 6 Classifieds or 7. I think it's 7 maybe.
Yeah.
Dr. Mindbender is one of them, but here are the few that I got. I also picked up the Blue Ninjas.
I thought you picked that, told you didn't have that.
I picked it up because I didn't have it.
When did you pick what booth did you pick that up at? I don't.
No, I honestly no idea. No idea. I was just randomly grabbing shit, bro. But I have a list on my phone, and it was on the list.
So it made the list then, huh?
Made a list. I picked up the Python Patrol.
Nice,
We needed
nice.
That. We needed that one. I think I've passed this one up at somewhere. I thought because I didn't know if I needed it or not, but then I needed it. So also picked up Kumakura. Is that who that is? I'm not exactly sure. I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah, I had to look him up when I got him myself, but he is one of Snake Eyes' apprentices.
Gotcha. Okay, so I picked him up.
Yep.
Yeah, picked him up. You guys saw the Serpentor. I picked that up I actually picked the Serpentor up a week ago at a toy show in Greencastle.
Yep.
So, the other Joe that I got, I picked up the Cobra Vipers.
Yes,
We
the
don't
3-pack.
we don't need to see the price on it.
$70.
But yeah, $70 doll hairs. So I picked up. I knocked off at least four off of my list.
You should have picked up freaking Gold Cobra Commander.
I was close. I really tried to listen. I tried to be funny. I tried to talk to the guy. I actually tried to talk to his wife first, and he cut her. She just sold the damn thing to me for $20, I think, just to get it, just to get out of the show. But they wouldn't come down in price, and I was like, I need that. Honestly, I need that Cobra Commander, Supreme Cobra Commander. But I will find it somewhere. I think he wanted 90.
Yeah, no, 80.
80. I think I tried to get him down to 65, and he just didn't budge. He didn't counter offer. He said, "Oh, if I don't sell it, I'll keep it." Yeah, you're right, buddy. If you don't sell it, you're gonna keep it. I mean, that's just how that works. Something I picked up a week ago, the Triple H with the sledgehammer, Scotty.
Yeah. That's one. One, ladies and gentlemen, he's got up on me because that's a Triple H I've been hunting for.
Yeah, they just came back out in Walmart. I got this. It was this one and the Bret Hart. I think were both in Walmart, and I grabbed them both. So,
nice.
Picked this up the other day. Grabbed a Supreme Kenny Omega. I really like these Supremes. These Supremes are pretty badass figures. And I don't open my stuff. Mine stays on card, but it comes with a ton of accessories. If you want another Kenny Omega crotch, there's one right there. Don't stare too long, Scott. Come on.
Yeah.
I picked this up at the toy show for sure. Steve Austin 7-Eleven exclusive, right? We saw this. This is the first thing I bought. As soon as we walked in the door, I was like, I think I'm gonna get it, and I did. And then Scotty says, "I already got it." So, so now I want to be like Scotty. I got myself one of those. A couple weeks ago, or no, same toy show that I got the Serpentor at. I picked up the Young Bucks New Japan Funko. Right, that's the blue version. I know that's one of Scotty's favorite. And at the Maryland Toy Expo, I got their brothers. I got the red and black. The red and black.
Super Kick Party!
Okay. Super Kick Party, for sure. Obviously, we got the Danhausen, Heels and Faces, autograph. We got a Ethan Page autograph also. Ricky's got his out. I'm gonna be honest, Ricky. And I don't know you don't have too many of these. This photo was shit. It was thin. It was the material on it was real. I mean that thing is not gonna last. If you don't get that in a frame, and by the way, it doesn't fit into any of these regular frames. You got to buy a bigger frame for it. It's not a great photo. The photo is great, but the material is not great on it. But it is Ethan Page. Scotty was molesting him, trying to get him to to. He said next time you're in town. I guess he was asking him out for a date. I don't know what was going on.
No, I said next time you're in town, if you want to get hook up to all the great toy places around Maryland and Pennsylvania, hit us up because we know them all.
Well, you told him the A to Z. That would be one he would super be interested in for sure.
Yeah,
A to Z.
Treasure Trove. I should have mentioned Treasure Trove, but
Oh yeah, but that's not Maryland. That's PA, right?
yeah, well, so is friggin' A to Z.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Hanover. Okay, so I got this in the mail today. The Funko has these cans. These cans.
Got a can, huh?
I got a can. I've been looking at these cans for a while, and I was like, "Ooh, I could collect those," and I'm not. But I did get.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so
bubble
you
wrap.
know,
What do you think it is?
it's your new dildo. That's what it is.
Oh, it's way too small. It says pocket. I can't read that.
You got something from Pockets? Wow.
Oh, give me a hell yeah! I got a Stone Cold Steve Austin soda.
Nice.
So inside of this can, you pop this plastic off the can. It's got a Stone Cold Funko.
Now, see, the problem is they didn't do that right. They should have done, instead of being called a soda, for that can only, it should have been called a Stone Cold beer.
I'm pretty
Steve
sure that he
Weiser.
was Steve Weiser.
Yeah,
Uh,
Steve White. Like-
this is the, as far as I know, and I've done some looking. This is the only one of these cans that they have for wrestling. It's just Stone Cold. I believe this was an exclusive from like FYE or someplace like that. I think it was an exclusive. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
could more, but I could be completely mistaken for.
Point me in the direction, bro. Point me in
Yeah.
the right direction.
Because I could have sworn I remember seeing a Rey Mysterio one, but like I said, I could be wrong.
Well, I searched it on eBay. Actually, I think that's where this came from, eBay. I searched it on eBay. I searched it on Amazon. I've been everywhere, man. And I cannot find any more. The only one I can find is the Stone Cold Steve Austin. So
Wow.
that is it for me. I spent close to $450.
Yeah, I spent with all told with the Ethan Page and Danhausen autograph signings. I spent about $340.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then Ricky's big spender. How much did you spend, Ricky?
I think that was about 175 for me.
All right. So what? It was $100 for each Ethan and Dan, and $10
And then
for. Oh,
the
yeah, that puts you.
65.
You know what? You know what?
I was like, where was the 75 coming in? Because I could have sworn you only spent $10 on the.
That was
Oh,
60.
and
That was 60. So wait a minute. I have to redo some math because I might be wrong. Fuck, I'm not even. I'm done.
Yeah, just don't even go there. It's got a roundabout.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm independently wealthy. So anyway, that was it. That was our Maryland Toy Expo experience. It was awesome. Wish Wyatt could have been there. I think he would have had a really good time. And spent probably less than Ricky.
We'll make sure he. So, but yeah, no, and for all the fans, again, keep that in mind as well. Anybody that sees this after the fact, if you see this between now and November, I believe it's November 17th.
Is that what it is?
I believe. For the next one. And then also, I don't have the exact date, but sometime in July will be Toys for the Ages in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So from anybody in the Maryland area, it's about an hour and a half drive, but it is worth it. I guarantee you. Jason even said they got a lot of different
They
stuff.
gave away an R2. Remember those R2D2s we saw at the
Yeah.
Toy Expo?
Yeah.
They gave one of those away.
Yeah, they did, which I thought was actually phenomenal. They didn't do a give. They usually do giveaways at the Toy Expo, but I think the organizers were too busy taking tickets and reminding people that didn't have tickets to get butts up
Pay.
front.
Pay or you'll be banned forever.
Which I thought was great. I was laughing. But yeah,
Like, that
Carlisle.
was pretty comical on the mic.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
know
yeah.
what happens when it gets towed. It gets
Yeah,
ruined.
He said, if we find that you didn't pay, we're going to give you another chance to pay. Well, yeah, that was nice of you.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have took a shot. We should have took a chance. Oh, just kidding.
No, I like Christian too much to do that to him. I'd rather pay to make sure and know that, he knows that.
And he knows he's going to need like half his staff to escort you out.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty was a celebrity. People
Oh,
knew,
Yeah.
he was.
people
Everybody
knew
knew him
Scotty
in
there. We got an interview with one of Scotty's buddies. What was the dude in the Macho Man
Brian
glasses?
Wilson of the
Yeah.
Wild Wilson.
Of the Beach Boys. We are
Yeah.
The
going
guy
to.
who looked like Bray Wyatt.
Yes, the guy looking. I didn't put that in the video. I'm gonna post that separate. Super nice guy. When you go to these toy shows, it's a different community, right? Nobody's looking at this guy going, I can't believe he's got his hand up a Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger puppet. Nobody's
Yeah.
looking at anybody like that. Everybody's cool. Everybody says excuse me because you get bumped into 300 times.
Yep.
But no, it's a different world. It's just a different atmosphere of people. So it's
Yeah,
really cool.
running into a guy at a table with a Chicago Bears shirt, and I'm wearing my Packers hoodie, and then turn around, there's a guy with the Detroit Lions lanyard on his neck.
I don't even know how that's possible.
It is. It happens.
Yeah, I didn't realize the Green Bay had fans that many. At least, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah, we got a lot,
at least
almost as much as Raven fans around here.
barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all
Well,
right,
and really quick before we go out, something else that we didn't get on tape, but that we have to talk about very quickly, is the diabetes story.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was absolutely hysterical. So help me
I thought I
set
was
this
getting
up.
my ass kicked.
Go ahead, Jason. You set that one up.
I throw softballs, buddy. I throw softballs.
Well, yeah, that's what Jesse said. You got soft balls, but that's a whole nother discussion. No, so you guys were poking fun at me. Something I forget how it happened, but you guys were poking fun at me for like me having diabetes.
No,
And-
no. Listen. We found Bobby Heenan in the weasel suit.
No,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah,
And you
that's-
said,
that's
"Oh,
what it
I'd
was.
like to see you in a weasel suit." And that girl,
Yeah.
that girl that was at the booth, she's like, hee,
Yeah.
giggling. I was like, "Is that real funny? You'd like to see me in a weasel suit?" Well, Scotty, I'd like to see you get in a weasel suit, and she lost her shit.
Yeah,
Right? 'Cause all she could imagine was you trying to get into a weasel suit.
Yeah, you stopped that record a few moments too soon.
Yeah, I really did because it was funny because I said, well, we should bet something, and the loser has to get into a weasel suit. And Scotty goes, I don't lose. I said, well, by looking at you, it looks like you've lost to diabetes. So-
And then
Ricky's diabetic. He can't be shit on. He can't keep his head. Ricky's diabetic. He goes, hey, and then this other guy goes, hey, and he pulls out rolls up his sleeve.
His
And he's got one of his
Dexcom.
Dextron thing on his arm. There's like 5 people at the Maryland Toy Expo within a 6-foot radius that had diabetes. I don't know if that's a theme for the Toy Expo that you have to have some sort of sugar.
diabetes.
Very
No,
funny. It's very funny.
It was great, and it's just like, everybody just jumped out of the woodwork right on top of Jason on that one. And it was so much, and I wish we had that on film because it was so funny.
Yeah, the only thing that saved me is I threw a bunch of Snickers bars down on the ground and took off. So I don't know, Scotty. You might have missed the conversation about the Corvette too. The Camaro. The guy, somebody left their Camaro.
That was a Mustang Shelby.
Is that what it was? A Mustang Shelby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. What was that one?
Honestly, I don't even remember. All I could hear was Ricky behind me laughing, just
Uh,
laughing.
You had said something about like a busted headlight or something.
Yeah, I said, the woman was like, "Oh, I wish that was my car." I said, "Well, I have a Pinto that I call Shelby,
That's right.
but she's got a busted headlamp and she has a lazy eye. But it's girl Shelby. I named her after a girl Shelby I used to date with a lazy eye because it has a busted headlamp or some shit like that. I don't know. It just came out of my mouth and Ricky's behind me laughing, spitting on the back of my neck.
Love it.
Yeah, I didn't record that one.
Woo!
Yeah, so.
Yep. All right.
Every once in a while. Could be quite funny. So, anyway, that's it. That's it for today's Hard Way. Wasn't a lot of wrestling talk, but it was something that we all love, and maybe Ricky, by the next time Ricky gets on this, he's going to have a whole wall of shit. He's like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no, we will get him hooked one way or another. He said he's not buying turtles
Ricky,
now.
Ricky, where are you at? You're at Target looking. They don't got nothing. You're going to Walmart next? Okay, you're going to Walmart next.
Yeah, we will
Walmart would be the first place I would go.
Well, I tell you, if you decide that you're going to get into turtles or get into something, I'm telling you, it is addicting.
Yep.
It's really
I
addicting.
bet.
So, anyway, that's it for us here at Hardway. I hope you guys had a good good time. Where are we at? We are at how many? 56
56.
subscribers.
Yeah.
We picked up a few at the toy show. I guess we got to force ourselves on people, but
Yeah.
Scotty cornered him.
Ricky wants to get some cards. We're gonna start handing out some cards, and try to build it up that way. But we are on the hunt, on the march to 100, and we're gonna.
And
get
Wyatt's
Wyatt needs the nightmare tattoo.
Yes. Now did he give us a deadline on that?
No.
I don't know that I thought it was just
There is
telling
a
you
magic number. It is 100.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are on a
Oh.
march 100. So please like, share, subscribe. Subscribing is how much, Ricky?
Free.
It's free.
It doesn't cost you a damn thing. You just
Zero.
create a YouTube account and subscribe and like and share our stuff. And we would greatly appreciate
Create
it.
10 of them. If everybody creates 10 accounts,
Oh, jeez.
we can be at 100 with 10 viewers. I mean, that's just guerrilla math. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but you can get us there. You be number 100. Number 50 is what a guy's name. What's his name? Maggot.
Yeah.
Maggots. So we got to see Sergeant Slaughter
Oh.
this weekend.
Yeah, and also just going back very quickly before we end the show, they also had, ladies and gentlemen, they had cosplayers there, a group of they were
They were a club, G.I. Joe club.
club. Yes, they
Yeah.
were a club. But they all dressed up in different G.I. Joe uniforms. One was Storm Shadow, one was Snake Eyes. We had a Cobra Commander. We even had a Sergeant Slaughter, a little chubbier than the Sergeant Slaughter we know.
I'm glad
But-
you said that, Scott.
But a Sergeant Slaughter nonetheless. And so, yeah, that's really cool. Oh, and after you guys left, the 501st did show up. The 501st Stormtrooper Legion was there walking around. They were getting donations for their charity that they do. The 501st Legion is a group of guys that cosplay as stormtroopers. They go around to hospitals and visit with sick kids and stuff like that. So the 501st was there as well. I guarantee they'll be there again back in November. So that's something else to look forward to if you want to go to the toy show, is just see these guys set up in incredibly amazing gear.
You will donate your money.
Yeah, you will donate
You
your
will
money.
donate your money. Anyway, for Scotty and Ricky, we're Hardway Wrestling. Please like, subscribe. We appreciate everything you do. Thanks for joining us. We will catch you
Next time.
on the hard way. Wait a minute, didn't we? I tried to get Ethan Page to say there's only one way, and it's hard. But he wouldn't. I couldn't get him to do it.
They said just 2 words for one.
I said whatever, just write whatever. I can't just write whatever on your thin paper. Anyway, see you guys next time.
Peace.